Hello, I'm Nikki, I'm one of the Calderdale peer supporters and I'm going to be doing a demonstration to show you what a breastfeed looks like. So the liquid that's in this jug represents breast milk. The water has just been dyed blue so that we can see it a bit better, and you may notice if you were to express your milk that it has a slightly blue tinge to it as well, and the oil represents the fattier portion of the milk. Now if you were to express your milk and let it settle, it would separate as it has done in this jug, but in the breast it is all mixed up together. And the sponge represents the breast. It has lots of little holes in it, which are similar to the alveoli in the breast. It's important to remember that breasts are not storage vessels. Milk is not stored in them. It is made on demand as baby is suckling. Now when you first latch your baby to your breast for a feed, they'll start the feed by rapid sucks, and that's to initiate the letdown. And during letdown, baby will be sucking and swallowing quite quickly to keep up with a fast flow of the milk. And you can see in the first glass that it's mainly that blue water. Now we would call this the thirst quenching part of the milk. It has a high water content and it's packed full of glucose to wake baby up. And as the letdown flows, baby will settle into a more rhythmic suck, swallow, breathe pattern of feeding, which I'll mimic now. And they'll be pausing to let the larger fat molecules in or pass. And you can see in the second glass that there is more fat than the first. They'll be doing 1 to 2 sucks per swallow as well. And the third glass shows the end of a feed, and this is going to get really messy. Now at the end of a feed, baby may flutter. And it can be really tempting to take baby off at this stage because it can seem like they're not doing much at all. But if you had taken them off, this is what they would have missed out on. This is a really high calorie milk and it's needed for weight gain and to satisfy their hunger. The fat molecules at the end of a feed are so large that babies flutter to allow their tongue to manipulate those really large fat molecules out. So some babies appear hungry at the end of a feed, and this can lead us to doubt ourselves. But it's perfectly normal for babies to want the second breast. And the reason is because we compare this high calorie milk to something like chocolate. And after having chocolate, we often reach for a glass of water ourselves, and babies are no different. They may want some more of that thirst quenching milk to wash down the chocolate at the end of a feed. And likewise, during hot weather, babies may not want a longer feed. They may want short, frequent feeds for more of this thirst quenching milk. And that's the reason why we don't need to offer exclusively breastfed babies water alongside breastfeeding, because this thirst quenching milk has a high water content already. So don't worry if your baby doesn't get to the flutter stages at every feed. They will adapt to the weather and growth spurts as well. So if you could see a breastfeed, this is what it would look like. And it just shows how important it is to responsively feed your baby and to watch their feeding cues. Your babies are very clever and they know what they need, and trust your bodies because they are amazing and they will adapt to your baby's needs.